All right. So seven, very, very exciting. First, let me start off with this. I got a question for you. Okay. Is this a perfect film?
No, no, it is
No.
not.
Well,
It's a
what is
great
the
film. It's not
what's
a
the
perfect.
criteria? What's the criteria for a perfect film?
I don't think there is a criteria. I think you just know it when you see it. Um, I mean, I think Shawshank Redemption is a perfect film. Um, Godfather. There's a few.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily make it the best films, but
Right.
kind of like soup to nuts. Just like
Right.
there's no fault. I don't
Okay.
think it was perfect, but I think it's damn good. And we'll get into
It's
some of the nitpicks on why
yeah,
in a little bit.
but I think it's near perfect at least.
Okay, so where were you in 1995?
So
Because
1995.
this came out in September, so we had graduated college.
Right. We were
We used
living
to
in
Santa
Los
Barbara.
Angeles. Yep.
Yep.
We were living in Los Angeles. I think that's when I started beginning my venture into um, internet porn and uh, selling investments for sex lines and stuff like that. It was
Uh-huh.
quite an exciting time.
Yep.
Um,
Tell everybody about that.
yeah, and so that was fun. And then yeah, I think did we see this in the movie theater together?
No, no. I'll tell you what, I saw it, at the Cineplex Odeon
Oh, geez.
in Universal City,
All right,
1995, September. I saw it alone, which is bizarre because I usually
that
don't
is
see movies
bizarre.
alone.
Ah, now I remember who I was with.
Who are you with?
I won Scott J. Sattenspiel
Ah,
and
okay.
potentially Cody. Um, I would love for our listeners to really get an understanding of who Scott J. Sattenspiel was, but that's for another time and another podcast.
Yes. Okay, so I went to the Cineplex by myself,
Hmm.
and I was staying at my dad's house. I hadn't moved out yet, and I was staying at the house by myself, and so I saw this, and I got really freaked out,
Yeah.
like, it scared the shit out of me. Just, like, the tone, the feeling of it, and then I
Oh,
come back to the empty house, and I, like, didn't sleep that whole night.
yeah. I didn't recover for days after
I
watching
I
this movie.
but you know what's funny is, like, the more you see it, the less scary it gets.
Well, of
But also,
course.
I
I mean,
think it was the time period of when we saw it, because 1995, like, it's a serial killer movie. There's been serial killer movies before and after,
hmm,
but there are no more serial killers now. Like, in the
right.
'90s, especially the early to mid '90s, we still had serial killers. Like,
Hmm.
there was the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez, was 10 years earlier, and I was still rattled
Right.
from that. So I think, like, I think this if that had come out now and I was 22 years old, as we were at the time, I don't think I would be as scared, because I think it just reminded you that there's people out there that can do that, and I just don't think we don't have them anymore.
It didn't affect me like that. I wasn't
Yeah.
thinking about like, oh, I'm worried that this guy's gonna, somebody's gonna kill me, or there's people out there like that. What frightened me to the core was the psychological aspect of it,
Mhm.
in terms of how it really. And I don't like these people who come out and they're like, oh, I knew that it was Gwen Paltrow's head in the box. You know, I
I mean,
figured
we'll
it
get
out.
to
And
that, but what else
no,
could it
right.
be?
Well, right. But I mean, like you're sitting there, like scrutinizing it, like when they're driving out there, and we'll get to this. Like I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea what was going on in that movie. I
Yeah,
was absolutely riveted.
yeah,
I'm shocked. I was
yeah,
dismayed. I mean, all the gamut of emotions. I think what you chuckled maybe one or two times. I got a couple notes here on that. About the little
yeah,
bit of levity that they tried to bring, but it was one of the darkest, psychologically haunting movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
yeah. No, I completely agree. There's actually I had this for something later on, but there's only 2 times where there's any levity or laughing in the entire film. Can you name those
Right.
times?
Right. Name those times now. You wanna do that now, or is that in the candy
We'll
ass
do it la we'll
baboon?
do it later. We'll do it in the
Okay.
candy ass baboon segment.
Right.
Um, okay, so what about Fincher? Nobody knew who
Yeah.
Fincher was. I mean, people knew in the business, but
Right.
fans didn't know Fincher.
Was that his first major film?
No, he did Alien 3
Alien 3, that's right.
in
And he
1990.
was an MTV music video guy, right?
Yeah, and he did videos and he did commercials. 1993, he did Alien, or 1992, he did Alien 3, which
Right.
I'm a huge Aliens fan. I mean, it's something we might do in the future, but,
Mhm.
that wasn't a great movie, but I think he did enough to, like, get the next job, but nobody knew who he was. Like, this he
Yeah.
wasn't somebody that you're gonna go see his movies because it's David Fincher. So
Right.
somehow he got this gig, and it just put him on the map, no?
Oh, yeah. No doubt, no doubt. Tour almost a tour de force, if you will.
No, it is. And
Yeah.
um, I think he's fascinated with serial killers, clearly, right? I mean, and the dark side of humanity. He's
Yeah.
done a
No,
couple,
yeah, Zodiac, um,
which
Fight Club's no picnic.
you still sleep on. I don't understand
Yeah.
how. It's like
We'll
it's
have
a
to talk
master,
about that.
yeah,
And Fight Club too.
Fight Club,
Mm.
masterpiece. Um, but I think he was obsessed with the Zodiac. He
Mm.
grew up in San Francisco in the Bay Area, which is where the
Yeah.
Zodiac
Yeah.
was, and I think it just got into his blood. And so it seems like most of these movies, not most of them, but a few of these movies, also Mindhunter, the TV show, which was great.
Did Fincher have something to do with that?
Yeah, yeah, he was the
Really?
EP
I
and he
didn't know that.
produced, he EP, I think, and he directed, I think, the entire 1st season.
Right.
Yeah,
His, yeah, but also, like, spanning his, you know, film catalog, the lighting is all the same, but he did Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, didn't he? And there was, like, I call it Fincher lighting. It's just he's one of those guys that can light a movie and you know it's his movie.
yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
you
that's
you
one
could
of the
just
things
tell.
with it. Yeah.
Oliver Stone has his lighting, and Soderbergh
Yep,
definitely has his.
yep.
Look at Traffic. You get all 3 different versions of the way he lights
Lighting
films,
and shade
and
and mood
shade
is
and all that stuff. I
a
mean,
huge thing with this.
somehow The Social Network was a little bit creepy at times. Like, how is that? Like, I mean, it was just
Yeah.
from the lighting, you know?
I mean, that's a great movie
So,
too. I mean, I don't know
yeah,
where does this rank in the Fincher filmography? I mean, it's
number 1,
without a doubt.
without a doubt.
Okay,
In fact, I don't
because I
even think
think,
anything comes close. I know people love The Social Network. They love,
well,
you
critics will
know
say Social Network probably.
yeah,
Um,
right, because everybody wants to be, cool and be a follower and all
I mean,
that
I
kind of
thought it was
stuff.
a great movie, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
thought it was a great movie.
he made that a thriller somehow. Like, he knows
Yeah,
how to do thrillers.
right, right.
But, um, yeah, I mean, it's probably this. My Fight Club's up there. I
Fight
think
Club
Zodiac is up there.
Fight Club
Uh,
is a unique movie, and I don't think it's not. I mean, it stayed with me for a while, and it's a definitely a weird one. But this is like
yeah,
there's something about this movie that it's like I said, I think it's almost perfect.
it's
Uh,
great. Where
you know,
where do you put it? I mean, forget about Fincher rankings. How about serial killer movie rankings in general? Like, do you put it number 1 there?
I think so. I mean, what's your other option? Silence of the Lambs.
No, that is incidental.
Accidental,
Silence of the Lambs is the
but
best serial killer movie. That's a perfect movie.
yeah, yeah,
But I think this is probably 2nd. I don't know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Some other ones, some other movies that could qualify. Psycho, it's
yeah,
not really serial killer. Manhunter, right? The original Manhunter, Miguel
yeah.
Hombre,
Yep, that's,
which is great.
and yeah, and William Peterson, right?
Yep.
And also, they have 3 alarms, 2 telcos and a cellular.
Yeah, exactly.
Kelso,
Yeah,
he's the
right.
Dollarhide, right? Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
And then you've got, like, Natural Born Killers, Red
yeah,
Dragon, Zodiac.
yeah, no, I
There's
mean,
been a few, Badlands, but I think,
there's a drop off
yeah,
to that, I think, but there was not I mean, this was
it's gotta be Silence 1 and then 7 2.
Silence of the Lambs is like watching something unfold, and you're just watching it, and you're just riveted as how it's unfolding, but there's not a tremendous amount of guesswork. Like, you kinda have your arms around it a little bit.
Yeah, sure, but
The
yeah, it's not a myth.
this movie, I had no like, I did not have my arms around it, like, I did not know where it was going. And you know what? I'll prove it to you when we get later into the segment. I'll prove it to you that even John Doe didn't know where it was going, and I got proof.
Right, okay.
So, wait till
I
you hear
look,
about that.
but they're 2 different movies, right? So it's
Mhm.
Silence, there's no real, like, mystery in Silence of the Lambs. Like, we
Right.
know the audience knows what's going on.
Knows
It's
that's right.
not like a whodunit. This one is, so it's kinda
This one
different.
is. So that's
Yeah.
right. It's different. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying one's better or worse. I'm saying just that Silence of the Lambs was you're like a voyeur, kind of just watching all of this unfold, and you have an idea of where it's going, and it's just fascinating as it's unfolding.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was a little bit different.
Yeah.
Again, it's not saying one's better than the other.
Right.
We're just pointing out the
But there I
differences.
mean, silence is better. Anyways, we'll move on.
All right, fine.
Uh, okay. What about talking about the cinematography and the look and the feel of it?
Mm. Yeah,
What struck me, like, early on was just the cold open of Somerset in his apartment and,
with the switchblade and all that.
well, just the sounds. You hear just the sounds of the city. You hear
Yeah,
people talking in the next apartment or outside. You hear dogs barking. You hear the bus. You hear honking.
right,
He, like, makes the sounds of the city, like, the foreground of that scene, which I thought was really
right.
cool. And you're
Yeah,
also looking around. It's kinda dark. It's shaded. It's like, "What era is this?
right.
Like, where am I? What city? What era? What is going on?" And
Oh, you know what? That's crazy. Monday, it's rain. I have a note here. Monday, it's raining. Big capital letters. Where are we?
right, so I wanna talk about that.
Yeah,
That's, like, one of my
yeah,
first things is, like,
yeah,
so he's got the first scene, and then he goes out and, um, he get called to that murder scene, right?
right,
That's not related to John Doe, but,
right,
and then he meets Mills outside, right?
right,
And they're like, he's like, "Okay." You get right away, Mills is the rookie and Somerset's the veteran, the
right.
grizzled veteran. But,
Yeah,
like,
I called that when we get into the gluttony scene, and I wanted
yeah,
to go back, spend a minute talking about the credits in a second, real
yeah,
quickly,
but what if yeah.
yeah, number one, where are we? And it starts off with Mills versus Somerset.
I mean,
Clearly
look, right.
clearly
I'm
adversaries.
looking at it, I'm like, Somerset's dressed like a 1930s detective. Fedora, trench
Yeah,
coat, like,
right.
muted colors. I'm
Hmm.
telling you, man, I'm like, "Is this the 1930s, 40s, 50s?"
Right.
I don't know.
Eh,
It
now
certainly
when you
doesn't look like 1995.
right.
So, I'm like, "Okay," and then Mills walks up, and he's got kind of like a nondescript outfit, right? It's like a white button down, a tie, and a
Right, he's
jacket.
got the tie, he's got the leather jacket, it's so that gives it
Right. But
more of like a
the thing that
Serpico '70s type thing.
right, the thing that sets it that makes you think, "Okay, this is more modern," is that outfit, and also the haircut and the goatee, which was
Mhm.
a '90s thing.
That is a clear '90s look.
But still, I'm like,
No, yeah, you don't
even
know, and that's the whole point.
through the rest of the movie too, there's, like,
Right.
some cars look like they could be from the '60s, '70s, '80s. I
There
certainly don't see
I think more
modern
'80s, I didn't
I don't see any
'70s and
modern
'80s
'90s
cars.
cars. They're all
That's
squared
right.
off,
The squared
rectangular,
off right, right.
and
Yeah, that's a
then
good point.
so, like, is it obviously, Fincher wanted to make this to be almost timeless, right? Like,
Right,
almost like a mishmash of decades or, like, it
right.
doesn't really matter what the time is.
there was a movie in the '80s called Streets of Fire directed by Walter Hill,
Yeah,
who did Warriors and all of that. In the beginning of the movie, it's called A Rock and Roll Fable, and then it starts like the opening credits just say, "In another time and another place."
I
So
guess
you have
that's
no idea.
yeah,
So Fincher just doesn't spoon feed that to you, but that's what he's saying.
exactly,
This is another time and another place.
right. But it's funny that I didn't even really think I probably thought about it subconsciously when I first saw it, but,
Mhm.
I only really started thinking about it really, like, the last few times I watched it up to this podcast, and then I'm like
Yeah,
I really thought about it. I'm like, "Yeah, it's like, it could be from several decades, or it's like a mishmash of several decades."
right,
Anyway,
right.
it's very
Yep.
interesting. It's a conscious choice, obviously. I thought it's brilliant
Yeah.
and not
Yep.
something that people think about.
I agree. I agree.
And then what city is it? That's the other one.
Well, I got some, well, not clues. I got ways to prove what it's not, but I don't have ways to prove what it is.
So, I'm thinking it's either Los Angeles, right? That's probably low on the
Okay,
list. New York
it can't
City,
be Los Angeles. It
why
cannot
not?
be. Do you want me to give you the answer now? Because that's part of my candy ass baboon trivia question.
Yeah, you're gonna throw that one out. We'll just have to talk about it now.
All right, we'll have to talk about it now. All right. When John Doe's in the car and they're driving out, it's finally sunny for the first time ever, right? And they're driving
Yeah.
out to the, I guess, the desert or whatever you want to call it. So, first of
Yeah.
all, it's not New York because there's no desert around New York.
It
There's
looks like
upstate New
Palmdale.
York,
It looks like
looks like
Palmdale,
Palmdale, Lancaster.
which
Yeah,
is north of Los
right.
Angeles.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. But if you look very closely, there's there is an exit sign like Vernon Street and 51st Street. Okay,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
doesn't matter. Those may not be right. But there's also a population sign.
yeah, 8,000,000 something.
8,300,105 people.
Okay,
Incorporated in 1926. That's when the city was
okay,
incorporated.
yeah,
LA was incorporated in the 1800s.
got it. Oh,
So,
you delve deep, brother.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay,
So it
and
can't be, I mean, so I guess it could be LA, and it looks like if it's going to be any, definitely doesn't look like Chicago. It definitely doesn't look like New York. It doesn't look like Detroit or how any other movie interpreted any of that. It's not Miami. It's not New England. It's
my
not the
my
Midwest. Maybe
my
it's the Midwest.
yeah, no, I mean, my it's a huge city. So my top guesses would be New York City, San Francisco, right?
I don't know about that.
Washington, DC,
Y-
perhaps.
No, you can't
Los An
do any of that. There's no desert in Washington, D.C.
I know.
If you drive out to Virginia, I've been
Uh,
there. I've lived there. It doesn't
it's
look like
gotta
that.
it's gotta be Los Angeles.
No, I think what I think it is I think it is an alternative reality, like
It's
an
like
alternate
Gotham.
universe,
Whatever
and like
Gotham is.
Gotham, whatever
Yeah,
Gotham is, it's an alternate Los Angeles, a
yeah,
the worst Los Angeles could possibly be.
right.
So,
Okay,
so
well,
anyway, yeah. So that was my trivia question: was what is the population and when was the city incorporated?
yeah.
Um,
No, I like that.
all right,
I clocked that sign too,
yeah,
but it's also like no one's paying attention to that detail,
no,
but
no,
I think you're right. It's just it's a alternate city. It's an
alternate
alternate
city,
city.
right?
Yeah. It's
All right,
really
so
what it
we,
is. It's the inner circle of hell.
uh,
I mean,
right. Well,
that's what
that's the
summer
way.
that
I mean, yeah. When Somerset tells Mills, like, why here?
right.
Why are you doing that here?
You
Why are you
thought to
coming
get
here?
reassigned here.
Right. It's like I've just never seen it done that. Like it's nobody does this, Mills.
Right. Yeah.
You moron. You
Right.
don't even know what you're signing up for. You have no idea what this place is about,
Right.
and you've just probably made the biggest mistake of your career, which was
Yes.
obviously true.
Which he did. Yeah.
Right, which you did.
Uh,
And
but
yep.
let's talk about the opening credits, shall we?
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on it because we got a lot to get to.
Yeah.
I got really one thing. I mean, obviously, I like the music. We can get into all that. I mean, that's generic stuff. And the kind of craziness that
I mean,
the
it's not
opening credits
generic
open.
in my view. I
Well,
mean,
no,
I
I'm
think
just saying that.
it's the best opening credits I think I've ever seen.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah,
okay,
come on, Drake.
I do think it's pretty good. But I will say that I didn't notice before, or I just noticed it this time maybe that you do see John Doe uh, shaving off
Yeah,
his fingerprints, which
and
is a
writing in his
critical,
notebook. But what I
right,
love
writing in the
about it
notebook.
what I love about it is the build up. I watched it a few times, like, it
Mhm.
when I saw it in the theater, it blew me away because you start the movie cold, and then he meets Somerset. You have a couple scenes there. He meets,
Right.
and then he's back in his bed, and he has the metronome going,
Yeah.
He's
Right.
in bed.
Yeah.
And you had no idea, like, credits were coming. Like, it's just
Right.
kinda like, out of nowhere, it zooms in on him, and he falls asleep as the metronome's going, and
Right.
then it goes black, and you hear the thunder crash,
Yeah.
and then fucking Nine Inch Nails comes in, and
Right.
it's this, like, distorted version of Nine Inch Nails closer,
Right.
and I'm
Right.
just like, "Oh my god, what the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
fuck is
Yeah.
this?" It
No, that
was
was
amazing. I
definitely
loved
cool.
it. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we don't have to go into it other
Right.
than, like, it seems to me now, I didn't really notice this early on, but he falls asleep, and then the credits roll, and it's kind of like a nightmare. It's like
A
a
nightmare for
dream
him. Right.
state,
Right.
yeah,
And
which
then
it ends up being.
which it ends up being, and really a nightmare for Mills.
Yeah,
Um, all right, so we get into gluttony. That's, I call it, Mills versus Somerset. They're clearly at odds. It's not working from the get-go. Mills is all piss and vinegar. I even have note here, like Mills seems a little bit dumb. He just seems dumb. Like he's just full of piss and
Yeah,
vinegar. He's all aggression,
yeah,
no no subtlety, no thought process to anything that he does, all instinct, and that's how it begins and that's how it frames out. So at this point, Mills is here and Somerset is here and they're on this track as they're nowhere close to intersecting or getting together at this point. I do have a trivia question about gluttony. Do you want me to save that to
yeah.
the end, or do you want to do these as we go along?
Save it, save it.
Okay. Um, why do you think Somerset kicks Mills out during the gluttony investigation? To where Mills, he's like, Mills, can you go outside and take these witness statements? And Mills is like, what, man? Like, shines the light in his face, and then like gets all pissed off. Why do you think he kicked him out?
Um, I mean, he says it's because
I have
for
to
the
protect the
integrity of the
integrity of the scene. He's a detective. I mean, so how is that ruining the integrity of the scene?
he's just being a grump.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
I
accept
think
that.
I think he's just being a grump.
Hmm.
Um,
You think he's flexing a little bit of muscle?
I think so.
Okay.
Look, I mean, there are 2 different people. They're from 2 generations, and maybe that's why Somerset's dressed like he's from the 1930s
Right.
and Mills is dressed like more modern. It's
More
like,
modern. Oh no,
it's a
definitely.
changing of the guard, it's different generations. It's
Hmm.
also a man who's lost hope, right?
Right.
And we can get into this later about the similarities between Somerset and John Doe. They're very similar.
Really?
In that
That I'm curious to hear what you have to say about that. I did not
Yeah, I
put
mean, we
that
can get into it
I didn't
now. I
put
mean,
that
look,
together. Yeah, tell me.
um, well, Somerset is burnt out.
Right.
He's burned out on life, and he says it a few different times. He doesn't understand this world anymore. It's
Right.
changing. You can see
Right.
he's a relic from the past, right?
Right. Right.
He's also older, so he's put a lot of time in, he's gotta retire, but he's from a different generation where he
Hmm.
understood people. I think
Right.
the ushering in of modern society of the 90s was, a little bit hectic, and people started getting more, um, uh, you know, like, into themselves, a little bit more apathetic about life,
Well, that's what
right?
you were just about to say, apathetic, because they have that whole scene in the bar. We'll get into that later where they talk about apathy. He talks
Right,
about apathy and all that,
right,
and so
right.
he's convinced nobody cares. Nobody
But
cares.
I mean, yeah, the
Yeah.
bottom line is he doesn't fit into this society anymore,
Right.
and either does John Doe.
Right.
John Doe's whole thing is all these people, all they care about is their looks
Right. Yeah.
for
Or
pride
right.
or
Right.
sloth or whatever it is.
Right.
He's like, society is decaying. They're both saying society is decayed, especially this city
Right.
or whatever it is, the inner circle of hell, whatever it stands in for.
Right.
And then, but so they're similar in their viewpoints. And Mills, he's the one that still believes in making a difference and still believes in hope. And so he's the
Right.
younger kind of brash guy who hasn't given up. These
Right.
other 2, Somerset and John Doe, have given up, but
Right.
John Doe's going to go out doing something about it.
John Doe's going out in a blaze of fucking glory.
Whereas
Okay.
Somerset's like, I'm just going to retire and slink
I just
off
want to
into,
disappear, and
yeah,
although he hints that maybe he's not at the end, and we'll get to
yes.
that.
Well, we can get into that.
Um,
So, but I mean, don't you think that's interesting? Like,
I think that's very interesting.
yeah,
Uh, so here's something else. If we're ready to move on,
yeah.
um, that the more I watch this, the more like Mills gets on my nerves in the beginning.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean? When I first saw it, I didn't really take it that way, but the more I watch it, the more annoying early Mills is. The example I think of is in the medical examiner's meeting where they're looking at the fat guy, the gluttony guy,
yep,
and Mills is like, "Have ourselves a homicide." Like he's so
yeah,
fucking excited about it. Like, and Somerset just looks at him like, "You fucking douchebag."
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? I
yeah.
mean, maybe I'm overreaching a little on
No,
that,
I mean,
but
he's the brash young cop who doesn't know
right.
shit, and
Piss
he's
and
like,
vinegar, so fucking excited. Calm down, dude.
no, he's like, yeah, he
Tranquilo,
wants
tranquilo, Holmes.
to,
Tranquilo. Take it
he thought
easy.
he thought to get reassigned here.
Right.
He wanted to make a difference.
You want to make a difference.
He wanted to be
Right.
murder police.
Right.
And Morgan Free and Somerset's like, "Okay, man,
Okay, yeah, have at it, bro.
Right.
You
I'm
you
outta
don't even
here.
know what you don't even. I'm out here, and you don't even know what you're getting into.
Okay, but you bring up
Um,
how about Brad Pitt?
what about
So,
him?
let's talk about Brad Pitt for a minute.
All right.
Who was he in '95? I was thinking about it and I'm like,
Well,
he he looks so
that
young
was yeah. He obviously broke on the scene with Thelma and Louise. Then he did what? River
in
Runs Through
90
It. 90. Thelma and Louise in the late '80s, early '90s, right? River Runs Through It.
Thelma and
Got some
Louise was
credit.
91, and then River Runs Through It
92,
92. He rips off a
92.
bunch. I forgot all about
Right,
these.
right,
California, 93,
right.
True Romance in 93, Interview with a
Yep,
Vampire.
that didn't
See,
play well.
here's where I think he becomes a star, is Interview with the Vampire and Legends of the Fall in 2004 or
Right.
in 1994.
One of the best one of the best bits going back to this guy Scott J. Sansfield.
Yeah.
Like one of the best bits that our friend Brew came up with is just Sadenspiel just on the back of Brad Pitt's horse in Legends of the Fall, just like
Yeah.
hugging his torso, like riding around,
Flowing hair, right?
flowing blonde hair. Yeah, it's everything that guy wanted to be,
Yeah.
Yeah, so Legends of the Fall, and Brad Pitt was actually really good in that. I like that. Maybe we should look at doing that movie, although it'd
Yeah,
be a probably
it's gonna be
shorter podcast,
down on the
but no,
list.
I think Seven put him on the map. He looked fucking cool. He looked like
Well, I was gonna
a
say,
straight.
so he went from, like, Interview with Vampire
Yeah.
and Legends of the Fall. I think he had long flowing hair in both of those. Did he Legends of the
Yes.
Fall or no?
Yo, Legend of the Fall, he had his golden locks,
Yeah, and same
you
with
know?
Interview with the Vampire, he's very, like, feminine female, and
Right,
then for
right,
this, he comes in with his dope haircut,
right.
goatee,
Sharp.
like,
Yeah,
he looked fucking great, and,
yeah.
what I was gonna say is, like, where does this rank on the if I was gay
Wait, if I
scale?
was gay,
You know what I mean?
if okay, if I was gay scale for Brad Pitt, the number one would be Fight Club. I don't A lot of people don't know
Uh,
this,
right.
but Brad Pitt got dangerously low in body fat for that movie, and
Yep,
he's about 5'10", 5'11", I believe.
yep.
Do you know that in Fight Club, as I mean, he has a small waist and broad shoulders, but his actual weight was 165 pounds.
I believe it, he looks really skinny,
And yeah,
and the camera adds, like, 20
but
pounds.
right, but he's just fucking.
If you were on camera, like, if you took
I
your
would
shirt off right now,
I'd look like a bloated buffoon.
you would look like Gluttony, like the guy from Gluttony.
Right. I
Yeah,
would
I'm
look
not
like
far behind, dude.
yeah,
I'm not far behind.
just a hippo squeezing into tights,
Yeah. Any
Um,
body fat over, like 13% on camera,
yeah, is gonna show up on camera like a
you
fucking
look like a
beast.
tub of shit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Right.
anyway,
Like, you know when that happened, when that freaked me out was, do you remember back in the '80s and the '70s what good shape John Travolta was in?
yeah, but
Like,
can you see it?
if you ever see Staying Alive, he's fucking Shred Rock Johnson. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but can you tell under all the hair?
No, he had a shaved chest in Staying Alive.
Oh,
John Travolta was at fucking peak in Staying Alive, 82, 83.
okay.
Okay.
I
But
don't
then
remember.
you don't see him for however many years. And then he
Well,
takes off his shirt in Pulp Fiction, and you're like, wow, John Travolta's a tub of shit,
yeah, yeah,
you know?
yep.
And that was a real moment. But anyway, getting back to it, for me, if I have to engage in some sort of sexual act with Brad Pitt, it would have to be Brad Pitt from Fight Club.
That's a good answer. I think
Yeah.
it's Fight Club and this one.
But seven's not far behind.
Yeah. He's always
Mhm.
doing this with his hair. I don't know what's going on there, but
Constantly doing this, fucking Dante, all that shit with his
oh,
hair.
and
Uh,
he's got his, the way he talks, right, and his little
oh, he's got
one-liners.
his ticks. Yeah, he's like, let me ask you, do you know that you're insane? Yeah. Can you help me with that? Yeah. Everything is yeah, and a follow up. You know who does that a
Oh,
lot? That annoys me is Cody. Cody does that a lot. Like
I
he'll
have this
ask you,
I have this note.
yeah,
He ends everything with "yeah."
with yeah.
Right?
You know who does that a lot? Cody.
Yeah. He sounds like
Yeah.
some kinda Scandinavian, like, I don't know, with a
Yeah.
"yeah."
Right. Yeah. What are you, fucking Carl Unger? You know?
Let's
Uh,
say
you,
somebody comes in, they want some, a little ooh la la,
a little ooh la la. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
a little
A little
he's
ooh la la.
a nutbag.
Not bad. Right.
Yeah, so
Excuse me, fuck him. No, nothing personal, but I'll take it. Again,
the
just
more I watch,
annoying,
he has some
annoying
really good
Mills.
scenes. He has some really good scenes. Overall, if the more you watch it, the more annoying he gets.
Yes, right. That's what I was saying
I'm
earlier.
telling you.
Right. No, I'm glad you agree. I'm really
Oh
glad that you agree.
god, oh
Yeah,
god.
yeah. I know that was a tough.
No, he
That
was
was.
good at the end. It's hard to do that.
That is hard. Yeah, that's a tough.
And he
I
was
think.
great in the bar scene,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
with Somerset. Anyway, so
Eh,
Brad Pitt,
But
and then
okay, so as we get through Gluttony, I just love that they threw that Fincher threw Arlie Ermy into this.
before you get into that, yeah, I
Okay.
love Arlie Ermy, but going back to, like, the lighting and the cinematography and, like, the gluttony, how you're talking about it, the thing I notice, and I put it down as, like, a topic here, is the incredible use of flashlights in
Yeah,
this film. Now, as you already mentioned, in the gluttony scene, Mills uses the flashlight to communicate, basically.
yeah.
He puts it in Morgan Freeman's face and
Because
faces
showing
the
that he's
fuck.
pissed off. Yeah,
Just says,
fuck
"Fuck
you.
you, here's the
Right,
flashlight." But the way
right.
they're moving around, uh, the apartment with the flashlights, cutting beams, it's like poetry,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
And if you watch it, it's so clear. Between that and the sloth scene, and then in John Doe's
yeah,
apartment, I'm
yeah.
telling you, the use of flashlights, it's insane.
You know what? That's a really
Like,
good point.
no,
Yeah,
it's really impressive.
yeah,
And it reminds me, I don't know if this is right, but it reminds me of, like, early James Cameron in a way, like, maybe in, like, Aliens, um, when the Space Marines are using flashlights. I don't know.
flashlights.
Or
Yeah.
maybe The Abyss. It's just it feels J James Cameron-y to me,
Hmm.
um, but I think it's really one of the most amazing parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You know what? I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right.
Arlie Ermy.
Arlie Erm. I mean, I just love seeing him. Obviously, he's completely different than Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket. Completely different character, a lot
Yeah.
more subdued, obviously. But still has that same presence. Like I just love it when he picks up a. This isn't even my desk.
Yeah.
It's why even have that in there? There's no
You know,
purpose.
we're
It's
gonna
just
yeah, we're gonna
yeah.
blow
Go ahead.
all of our trivia questions because that was one of my trivia questions.
What was it?
Is
What was the question?
what does he say when he picks up, like,
Oh,
you
okay.
know,
Yeah. Well,
oh,
that's good. If it could come out naturally, we've answered trivia
eh,
questions. I like that.
"Wake
Um,
wake up, Limber Twins."
yeah. No, Wake Up Glimmer Twins, I
Is
believe
it
is
Glimmer?
what it is. It Glimmer or Limber?
I
I
thought it was
like
Lim
Glimmer Twins.
I it'd be
Well,
better if it was Limber Twins. Like, they're
because
really,
Glimmer
really
Twins sounds a little bit more gay. Like, come on,
yeah.
fags, get up and
It
let's get
probably is
going.
Glimmer
Yeah.
Twins. I
I
always
wish it
thought
was Glimmer Twins.
I
Yeah,
thought it was Limber Twins.
right. That would be good too.
Like, they
Limber
do a lot of
Twins.
calisthenics and yoga.
Because they're sitting there all contorted and
Yeah.
Mills has got his mouth open
Right,
and he's leaning on Somerset like a little kid would lean on his
right.
father. I had a note on that. We can get to that. But
So, but
going back to
don't even get your big brain cooking on this.
and Somerset with a great line, just a great line, which
He
is
has amazing all of them.
all those cases were taken to their most logical conclusion. Meaning
Right,
I worked every single case as far
right.
as somebody could possibly work that case, and no other detective or anyone could it's a dead trail. I mean, no one
Yeah,
could figure it out.
right.
That's what he's saying.
Not here.
Yeah.
And then it's
Right.
too soon for him. "Oh, man, just say that shit to my face. I'm right here. It's too soon for
Right.
you."
It's just right.
I
Now,
mean,
here's something
I don't understand this place anymore.
right.
He's just he's got the Morgan Freeman one-liners.
Right. Well, what was interesting about that scene, now that you brought it up, I asked myself a hypothetical question and then I answered it and the movie answered it itself actually. So the hypothetical question was, imagine if Captain listened to Somerset and reassigned Mills. And then I realized he did. He told Somerset, "Sorry, old buddy, you got to work this. Mills, you're going to go investigate this dead lawyer that got killed."
Yep,
So he did reassign Mills.
he did, and they ended up being
And
related.
then it ended up being the same
Yep,
connected thing, right?
yep, yep.
So because I was thinking, okay, he reassigns Mills. Mills never investigates John Doe. John Doe never. figures out that Mills has a wife, and none of
Yep,
that happens. But
yep,
you know,
yep.
so to me that meant uh, it was meant to be, meaning it was meant to be for Mills. That was Mills's destiny. He's not getting out of this one.
Interesting, yeah. I didn't think about that. Um, that's a good point. Yeah, what's interesting also about Morgan Freeman, do you think about this, dude, in, like,
Hmm.
the 2 characters he played back-to-back years in 2 of my favorite movies and your favorite movies. The number 1 movie, Shawshank Redemption in '94, and then Seven in '95.
Yeah.
Both these characters are very similar in that
God damn it! You just ruined my fucking trivia question. My my trivia question was, please link the comparisons between Somerset and Red in
Yeah,
Shawshank Redemption.
dude, isn't it crazy though? Like,
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
it's
It's
both
it's the it's
characters
it's
come
the
from.
old season black guy. I mean, I hate to bring race into it, but I mean it's the old season black guy educating the naive younger white guy.
Yeah, no, on the surface, but even more than that, just thematically, he goes from despair to hope in both movies, right?
You
So,
think you think uh uh Somerset has hope at the end of this movie?
he says it. He
Well,
says,
he says no.
"Oop."
What he says is because in the beginning they show the Ernest Hemingway quote, which is "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for." And Somerset says, "I agree with the last part." So
Yeah,
it's the
it's
world's
worth
worth
fighting.
fighting for, but it's not a fine place. So
No, but that's hope. What do you mean?
that
Well,
means he hasn't given up. All
the
right,
whole
I got
point
it,
of
I
his
got it.
character throughout the whole movie is like
Right,
he gave up.
right,
He's apathy, and he's
yeah,
gonna go retire until he gets brought back into the case and he gets more invested,
right,
but he didn't think it's worth it. He's like, I'm outta here." And
yeah, right,
In Shawshank Redemption, he's like, "I'm an institutional man now. There's nothing
yeah,
for me
right,
on the inside. I can't
right,
hack it." In
right.
both of them, he's like, "I can't hack it." And then by the end, he's like, "I still believe." So I look at it as like,
I
he's
like it.
still he has hope. It's like it's
Right,
2 transformations. And the interesting thing about both movies, if you really look at it, both these movies are about his character. Like,
yeah,
Shawshank Redemption, you think it's about Andy,
but it's about Red.
and Red's like a supporting character. But
It's
by
the other
the
way
end,
around.
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
it's not rocket science, but like
No, but I mean because the narrator, you're seeing it all from Red's point of view. So he's the
you
narrator.
are.
So
Yes, it's a good point.
and, and I don't know if you're seeing this exactly from Somerset's point of view, but um, Somerset, we got a lot to cover, so I'm gonna keep plowing through if
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
all right. Somerset can't help himself. Like, so when you say, like, don't get that big uh
Many years cooking on
brain
this.
you're working, like, so here's my point on that. Is Somerset the greatest detective of all, whatever you want to make that argument, but you understand, or people need to understand that in order for this to work for John Doe, he is banking on a detective like Somerset leading the charge in this investigation. Because without Somerset, none of this shit falls into place and gets together. Or
Yeah.
or a detective of
Yep.
Somerset's caliber. If Mills was running this by himself with some assistant or whatever, none of this shit's happening. It's not being solved or figured out.
I agree.
No way. So John Doe, that's what to me makes it not a perfect movie is in order for all these pieces to fit, you have to know that there's a detective like Somerset investigating this, or it will never be solved. And how does
Yeah.
John Doe know that?
You have to have a worthy adversary, a worthy foe.
A
Some
worthy foe. Right.
Yeah,
Exactly. So,
yeah. I think the same.
so I think that was good. So, um, or you would need someone as smart and as thorough and smart as Somerset,
Right.
because clearly
So
Fincher goes to great lengths to show the difference between the styles of Mills, um, and Somerset, how they approach a case, how they look at it. And
yeah,
again, we're still here, and it's going to start converging, but not yet,
it's too
not
well,
yet.
it's yeah, they're here in their philosophies too,
That's right,
and their tactics
right,
and as they start coming together in both ways.
right. That's right.
So
Yeah. So we
yeah,
talked about not even my desk. Best line of the movie, possibly.
I mean, probably,
No, but just the concept of you're sitting at somebody else's desk, the phone rings. Yeah, this is not even my desk,
and just
and
hang
just
up.
hang up the phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, okay, why fucking answer it?
He's a national treasure. I
Yeah.
rewatched I literally on the uh, plane back from Cabo last week,
Hmm.
I fired up, Full Metal
Full Metal
Jacket.
Jacket. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and I was just agog,
You're right.
agog
It could
with pleasure.
that could be the one of the greatest supporting actor performances ever to grace a silver screen.
It's without a doubt top 5 greatest 30-minute stretch of acting or
Mm,
whatever
right.
in the history of film. Sorry. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna. You know what? We park our cars in the same garage, my friend. Speaking of true romance.
How tall are
E-
you, Private Snowball?
so
5'9",
5'9".
sir.
I didn't know they stack shit that high. No, but
Come on.
there's like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a stain on the bed sheet. I
Yeah,
think you were cheated.
right.
I
"Do
mean,
you mind if I
you
be in
can't.
charge for a while? Thank you."
Right. Yeah. Thank you.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's the best. Great casting.
Anybody that
Oh,
talks about finger banging Mary Jane Roddencrotch is a friend of mine.
yeah. Speaking of great casting,
Yep.
we gotta get into, Richard Roundtree here as the DA, Shaft. Come on.
Oh yeah. Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. Grosvenor. Yes. Roundtree. Um.
Okay. So,
Yeah. What about him?
he's great,
Yep.
and I dare you, and I mean dare you, to try to figure out how many gold teeth he has. It could be an
Can't.
absolute gold front, like a
Right.
grill. It
Hmm.
could be 2 or 3. The way
Right.
they laid it, it's like,
You
I
can't
don't know,
tell.
but you know what? I
Do you,
fucking love it.
do you know who else has a gold tooth?
Who?
Yours truly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see it. Yeah, but that's in the back. I'm talking the
I
front.
know. What am I going to do? Get gold fronts? I needed a crown. They said you can get porcelain or you can get gold. I said, what lasts longer so I'd never have to come back? They said, if you're okay having a gold tooth, I said, fire it up.
Fire it up. Anyways, I dare you.
Yeah.
He has the greatest grill. Could be 1
Yeah.
gold tooth, could be
It could
7.
it could be it could be a whole set of fucking fronts.
I have no idea.
Right. We don't
Um,
know.
do we need to talk about the library scene at all? I you
Sure.
know
Well, hold on, hold on. I got a couple things I want to touch on, I think, real quick. So Wednesday, it's raining, but we got sunlight for the first time with the rain. Mills, all piss and vinegar. Obviously, he's a meathead. He can't read fucking Dante, and he starts throwing the book around,
Right,
and then the
right.
cop gives him the cliff notes. So he's cheating, and then you get the awkward phone call. That's the part I didn't like either. With Mills, Somerset accepts the dinner invitation. Uh, it's the only part of the movie that again is not perfect. I mean, it is necessary. It humanizes Somerset and the dinner scene and all of that. Um, but when they're sitting around the table talking about what it's like to be in the city and how bad is this city? How bad could it fucking be?
It's hell.
It's
It's a f
hell. No, it really is. I mean, even though they have a moment of levity and they laugh about the wonderful shaking apartment or whatever, but how bad is this fucking city? How bad? I mean, she can't even fake it that she can adjust and figure it out here or whatever. It's got to be fucking that bad.
yeah. I mean, that scene. So, well, let's get back to that.
Okay.
Um,
The only thing about the library scene, obviously, it shows the two different distinctions between Mills, how they study a case, how they approach a case. Mills Somerset very cerebral. Mills very let me just look at the file and see if I can figure something out.
yeah, but
Um,
more importantly,
yes,
why are all the fucking reading lamps on the
green,
desk lit?
great
There's
question.
nobody there. Why are
Right,
they all lit up?
SOP, standard operating procedure.
No, it's because Fincher thinks it looks cool.
Oh, right, yeah, Fincher
Yeah,
lighting. Yeah, that's
which
right.
I love.
That's
How
right.
about the other part of that scene, which is interesting, is what's the similarity to Shawshank? It's
What?
classical music. They're playing
Right,
classical music with Morgan Freeman doing a thing. Remember
right,
in
right.
Shawshank
Yeah,
when
with the
Andy plays and he's narrating the beautiful voices from the
all
opera?
right, so I was gonna say this for trivia, but all right, so you know what do you know what the classical piece is in Shawshank?
You can't quiz me on Shawshank right now, but it's something. It's, La Notte
Well,
or fuck,
yeah,
I don't
it's Mozart's the
it's
aria from
Mozart.
Mozart's Figure, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do now. So here's the real question: Do you know
What?
what the classical music is in? Do you know what the classical music is in the scene with Somerset in the library? What piece it is, and then who had that playing at their wedding
No, I
while
don't
I
know.
believe one of the brides was coming or bridesmaids were coming down the aisle or some shit like that.
We're stepping all over Candy Ass Baboon segment.
Okay.
The listeners aren't gonna like this.
All right, fine. We'll come
Okay.
back to it.
What about okay, where do you see these guys in the annals of movie detective partners? Where
A completely unique. I
but
mean,
where
if you're,
where do they where do they rank on, like, the
okay, no,
all-time, like,
okay, number
best
number one all time is Murtaugh Riggs. There's no debate. I'm not going to discuss it. I'm not going to sit here and try to justify
you mean
anything about any of that.
Reed.
Riggs. No, but every time anything goes bad, he's just like, oh, Riggs, like
Reed.
Riggs. You know, every you know, it's the best.
Yeah,
It's the best detective duo
yeah.
partnership of any movie ever.
You know what's funny? Now that I'm thinking about it, the best movie detective partners of all time,
Yeah,
they're all white and black. One white guy, one black guy.
gotta be.
Think about it.
Yeah, Mills and Somerset.
Lethal Weapon,
Yep,
7,
yep,
48 Hours,
yep,
Miami Vice, which is more TV, but they had a movie.
yeah, yep.
Uh, Last
Another
Boy
Miguel,
La
another
Last
Miguel
Boy
Hombre
Scout,
project. Yeah,
not a great movie, but it was fun. Training
yep,
Day.
yep, yeah.
Anyway,
Well done. Yeah, yeah. You right. You
it's
right,
fun to
girl. You right. Yeah.
anyways, I where do you think it is? I mean, it's gotta be
It's up there.
number
You've mentioned all of them in the same
yeah.
conversation, you know?
They're all in
Um,
conversation.
again,
I really love 48
but
Hours.
it's unique. It's
Yeah.
unique because from, the same you could say the same about Murtaugh and Riggs in the sense that, they started off polar opposites and but they became actually like really good buddies and like grounded in like they had a true brotherhood and love for one another.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
There
more
was
like
more going on there.
I think some of that develops, and I actually did a little half-ass research and went online and I saw an older version of the script that Andrew Kevin Walker has, and from reading some of it, it seemed like Mills and Somerset were a little bit more friendly and a little bit more in
Mhm.
lockstep at a certain point than how it ended up on the screen. But I think the way it ended up is how it should be because that goes back to the dinner scene with Gwyneth Paltrow. After that, it's the first time they really start working together.
Yeah. Did that
Uh,
scene I had a note on that scene.
yeah.
Doesn't it remind you of the dinner scene in Jaws?
Yes. You talking about when
With the
Dreyfus comes
yes.
to Roy
Yes.
Scheider's yeah, they entertain the wife for a bit, and then they sit
Yes.
and talk about
And they're all
business. Yeah,
drinking wine.
right.
Um,
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
it really reminded me of that scene. That's only
Mhm.
one of it's also one of the there's 2 places in the movie where was laughing. We talked about this, right?
Right. Right.
It's this scene and then when they're shaving to put the
Where they're shaving and, if I slice off my nipple, do I get workman's
yeah.
comp? Yeah.
I mean, that's
Right.
just, like, there's no moment
No
to
other
breathe anywhere else.
no other levity. Um, so they start working together in the dinner scene, and they're looking through the case file, and Somerset's like there has to be this one thing, right? And then that one thing ends up being the fucking
Yeah.
raccoon eyes of
Right.
the wife, But I
Right.
mean, look, like actual like raccoon eyes.
Yes.
And then, but I found this interesting. They show the picture of Eli Gould, the lawyer, and he's just kind of hunched over in that like downward dog position almost, if
Yep.
with his sides cut out or whatever. But he's wearing a pair of grandma panties. That was really fucking disturbing. Really disturbing. Did you notice that? They're not
I
like tidy
did.
whiteys. They're some
It's
kind of
funny.
like they're kind of like fat grandma panty briefs.
They are. I thought I picked out everything in this movie, and
Yeah.
of course I noticed that, and I fucking missed that. Amazing.
You didn't write it down in the note or
I
you
didn't write it
noticed
down to
it, but
talk about. Yeah,
right,
I just
right.
let it simmer in my subconscious.
But you
Yeah.
noticed,
Yeah.
it,
Of
right?
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing grandma panties? I mean, is it because you're like a super wealthy lawyer? You have silk panties? I mean, I got a pair of satin boxers, you know, that I like. They're
Yeah.
very smooth and comfortable.
Yeah. It's
But they're
almost like yeah.
boxers.
Yeah.
They're boxers. They're not grandma panties.
Yeah.
Fat ass. He looks like a
They're like
little
some
fat
kind of like
ass with grandma
right,
panties.
right. Like you could
Yeah.
see him in a Nair commercial from like the '70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, it's disturbing.
Man, that
Fucking
man, that really
disturbing.
bothered. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that really bothered me.
Yeah.
As on
Good
this watch particular,
good
with
call,
this
dude.
most recent watch,
Absolutely good
really,
call.
really, really bothered me.
Okay, can we talk
Yeah,
about Gwyneth Paltrow for a minute?
yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
like
want
her
to spend a lot of time on it. Yeah, I don't
I
like
don't
her
like
one
her
bit.
I don't like her one bit.
Yeah, I didn't mind it at the time. I think we're a little colored by how she's perceived now and what I
No,
feel like
dude, I
she
love
is.
goop. I'll eat a goop salad like 3 days a week, dude. It's not
Right.
it's her and it's the character that I
Yeah.
don't like. The way she talks. How about this? That surprises me. It really does. Like, what are you saying? Hey, Serpico. Hey, Serpico. Just stop. I'm
Stop
done.
your foolishness. Yeah.
Yeah. It really does. And you know
Did
what? I think Fincher did it on purpose so we wouldn't care as much when her head was in the box. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you might be right. Did Harvey Weinstein have anything to do with this movie?
No. It was
Okay.
New Line.
Because that's, Harvey Gwyneth Paltrow was like his propped up thing, all that stuff with Shakespeare in Love, and then,
Yeah, yeah, I'm
he
sure.
tried to put the moves on her, and Brad Pitt allegedly threatened Harvey Weinstein, threatened to kill him.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Unconfirmed. I don't know if that's true.
It's not like I don't
Um,
like her. She's been good in several things. I just
yeah,
she's
yeah.
kind of a
No,
throwaway character in
you know
this.
what?
Mhm.
Where she was fucking smoking hot was
Where
Great Expectations with Ethan Hawke. Did you ever see that
I never
movie?
saw that. Yeah.
Really, actually, really good movie. A little long in the tooth, but really good. De Niro, Paltrow, Chris Cooper,
Yep.
Ethan Hawke,
Yep.
Anne Bancroft. Great cast, great
Okay.
source material. Anyway, for
Don't
another
worry.
time.
We'll edit this. We'll edit that.
W- w-
Yep.
Okay.
The
Uh,
other the other thing I wanted to bring up with Fincher, because I think
yeah,
Fincher has I see like his influences in this movie. The number one, that Jaws scene.
yeah,
The other one is the lead up, the preamble to the sloth scene, where Arlie Ermy is like giving everyone the rundown. Do you know what I mean? Of
yeah.
like who it is, what it is, and everyone's kind of walking and they're gearing up and getting ready. It
What's
reminds
that?
me that it reminds me of
Which one?
the Chilton scene where we first meet Hannibal Lecter, where
Mm,
he's walking Clarice down and giving him the lowdown on what's going on. It was a very
right.
like, on the move.
So you think he borrowed a little bit from
I
that?
don't know if he borrowed it, but I think like he was influenced by it, and I think the fact that
Mhm.
he's a big serial killer guy, like he probably loves Silence of the Lambs.
Lambs. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Anyway,
One thing that bothered me, when Somerset's talking about the one thing and then the raccoon eyes for the wife.
yeah,
Once again, John Doe is absolutely banking on the fact that this woman who's in hiding, who's completely distraught and is scrambled marbles in her head, is going to notice that this abstract piece of art. It's not like it was a piece of art of like a picture of somebody. So if you turn it upside down, the person's hanging upside down. This is just colors on a art canvas.
right,
And he's banking on the fact that she's going to notice that the picture's upside down.
yeah.
That's a little bit of a fucking reach for
No,
me.
I know it's a little bit of a artistic license. You gotta
License. You got to
suspend
let
your
it. Okay,
belief on that.
we let that slide. All right. So we get into the scene, which to me probably is the best line of the entire movie because it's one line that starts to signify so much. Okay,
And I know what it is.
what is it?
Have you ever
Right.
seen anything like
Thing
this?
like.
No. It's
So
a
what
great
does that mean?
it's
Well, what
framed
that means is that now we're starting to get to the convergence here because if Somerset hasn't seen it, and we certainly know Mills has never seen anything like it, then they're on the most equal footing that they've ever been on in the entire movie so far.
right. It's a good point.
Now, there's another scene where they become even more lockstep, where they're actually thinking almost as one unit. And we'll get to that. But
Okay.
right now is where they start to come. That line, honestly, have you ever
We also
seen
don't
anything
have
like
to
it?
go we don't have to go scene by scene here. This isn't like a scene by scene analysis of the
No,
movie.
these are just things I really wanna talk about.
No, I understand. Just, settle
Yeah,
down.
alright.
But I mean,
But I do have a note here, "Wake up, Glimmer twins."
right. Well, I don't want to go away um from the art scene. Have you ever seen anything like this? Because I just wanted to point out the absolute delicious use of the airbrush. Like
Yes.
call the print lab, and the guy comes in,
Bro,
and he's got this.
and he's just,
No, but the
he's got
sound
the
of it,
dog the sound of it, it's very satisfying.
it's very
It's very
satisfying.
satisfying, and he's got the goggles on, and you could see just
Yeah,
the the
and
the
he's
the
like,
blue
"Oh,
light. Oh,
oh."
just,
I
yeah.
mean,
No,
I just love it.
right. I'm with you on that.
Those are the
Yeah,
Fincher flourishes that
yep.
make me
That
happy.
then, yep, I
Anyways,
like that. I like that a lot.
what about,
Um,
should we get into this? Okay,
well,
there's
we have to
2.
talk about the sloth scene. Yeah,
Well, that's what I was gonna
that's
say. There's
yeah,
2, like, really great set pieces scenes,
yeah,
kind of in the middle towards, uh, getting towards the end of the 2nd act that are amazing, which is the sloth scene and the chase.
yeah,
Um, and the sloth scene is one of the most disturbing, creepy
yes,
scenes I've ever seen.
right.
I mean, go ahead. I'll let you
No,
cook
I
on
mean,
it.
okay, well, the first thing is, obviously, like you mentioned earlier, me prepping everybody, getting the SWAT, together. SWAT before Dicks. Um,
I love SWAT before Dicks, and then
Dicks.
X.
Right. You better come and take a look at this. First of all,
Yep,
I just love seeing John C. McGinley. I just love seeing him there. It's already now elevated to another level
yep.
with him in the movie. Such a
I agree.
small role, but I just love seeing him there.
I have a whole
And
section.
then,
I have a whole another section for him later,
yeah.
which we'll get into, but I agree with
You mean da ba
no,
ba? I
no,
don't know.
don't step
Okay.
on it. I'm just
All right. All right.
we're
All
gonna
right.
get to McGinley
Fine.
later.
Fine. So what's interesting about that is so Arlie Ermey's giving his pitch, the thing that ramp up that you're talking about.
Yeah,
And Mills and Somerset, for the first time in the movie, agree. They say to each other like, "This just doesn't fit. Like, there's no way this is it. Like
right,
that this is the guy that we're
right.
gonna. There's no way that could be." So now
Mhm.
the convergence starts to get even closer. It's more now. And think about where they started
Right.
in the beginning, and now they're like, this isn't the end.
It's
There's no way
funny,
this is it,
if you think about their past, they start over here, they
right?
converge, and then, whoa, oh, then they go like this at the
When?
end. Well,
Oh wow, yeah, right, yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, you're right about that.
so,
Yes,
I don't know.
so we got so the bottom line is, um, I did just real quick. I did like the scene. I mean, Mills, you find out Mills has actually more experience in the field. He pulled the service weapon and fired
Yeah,
it. Somerset never did that. So Fincher put that in there for a reason. There's no wasted
yeah,
moments. I mean, they did establish that for Mills, but yeah, I love SWAT goes before Dix. It's raining again. Dix, you better come and take a look at this.
yeah.
And it's probably one of the most revolting images or scenes that you've ever seen in your life.
And from the internet research, like, that the actors thought that Victor, the sloth on the bed, was just a dummy, was like a mannequin, and
And then
they didn't tell him that it was a real person, and so
so those,
when he coughs and,
yeah.
like, gets up, it scared the shit out of them for real. Like, that's a real
Oh
reaction
wow, so that's a
when you're
visceral
young.
reaction. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wow, I didn't know
yeah,
that. Okay,
yeah,
that's really cool. I like
yeah,
that. I like that.
yeah,
Yeah, that was fucking scary.
yeah,
But
that
again,
really
that
freaked me
scene,
out.
that scene also uh kind of leads us to the same problem that we had before. 1 year to the day in those photographs.
Yeah,
John Doe banking, he wanted them to be there 1 year to the day. Really? I mean, you're banking that the detectives are going to piece all this together and you can time where they're going to see the next step within a day.
yeah,
I don't know, man. Find that hard to swallow.
it's tough. It's tough.
Tough. But anyway, we suspend our belief in that. The doctor's diagnosis of sloth, of Victor, probably the scariest diagnosis of all time.
Can you come a little more forward in your
Yeah,
seat? You're okay. You were just a little
yeah,
blurry. Yeah.
yeah. Probably one of the scariest diagnoses of all time.
You mean if you were to shine a flashlight in his eyes right
Right,
now, he would die of shock?
correct.
Yeah.
He's endured more pain and suffering than probably any patient I've ever imagined. He still has hell to look forward to.
Yeah. And by the way, I might be mistaken, but I think the cops shine a flashlight in his eyes when they're in the room with
When
him.
they do, yeah.
So he should
Uh,
be dead. Yeah.
okay. The doctor in the doctor in that scene. What
Yeah.
what what prestige TV show was he prominently featured?
Don't know.
Sopranos, Melvoin, Junior Corrado Soprano's attorney.
Ah, okay. Good one. I would never
Um,
get, but yes.
yep. Um,
What about we don't have a lot I don't have a lot left here, but I'll tell you what.
mm, yep.
Um,
A
do you
lot
wanna talk about
left
the
here in what on Sloth or the whole movie?
do you wanna take t do you you wanna go 3 hours, don't you?
No, no. I mean, I can pick up the pace and edit some
No,
things
we're
out.
good. I
Sure.
mean, we're at an hour.
Yeah.
Do you wanna
And
talk about
I'm
the chase scene and all?
the only thing listen. The chase scene was good. It was filmed really well. I don't think there's nothing remarkable about it except one thing, and you know what I'm talking about.
What?
Well, two things. One, when John Doe like hurls his body over the railing and just flies down, he's possibly the most athletic person on the face of the earth. And
Yeah,
Kevin
I
Spacey certainly is not that.
it's like
Okay.
O.J. Simpson in his
He's like
prime.
OJ
Yeah,
Simpson just hurtling in a
yeah,
Hertz commercial in the
yeah,
80s. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
And then the fucking
Oh, are we getting into
the armadillo, where he just turns into like some kind of armadillo and then
the
just
Spacey? Nobody
yeah.
shuffles. We can get into Spacey, I was gonna say that, but
Yeah.
nobody shuffles better than Spacey, okay?
Right. No, nobody.
You've got that the chase scene
Mm,
where he hurts his leg and he's, like,
right.
limping along, and then
Gimping
later
around.
when
Yeah.
he's in shackles out,
Hmm.
after he's shuffling,
Shuffling. Yeah.
and then you've got Verbal Kint in Usual Suspect,
Yeah. Right.
where he goes the shuffle into the regular walk.
Into the regular walk.
No one shuffles like Spacey.
No, absolutely no one. I'm gonna concur and sign off on
Okay, I
that
had
one.
one question about the chase
Yeah.
scene at the end. I'm not sure if you have
Okay.
clarity on this. I could be just an absolute baboon.
Okay.
When, they go outside when they end up outside when they're in the alley with the truck,
Yeah.
and, Spacey knocks him with
Right.
the iron,
Yeah.
and then puts the gun to his head. Great shot with the water coming down and the slow
Yeah.
motion, which is great.
Mhm.
But the Somerset is coming. He's huffing. He's coming around the
Right.
corner, and he
Right.
says something. I think he just says Mills or whatever. I don't know
Right.
what he says. And then Mills, when the gun's to his head, says, "No."
No. Right.
Is he talking to Somerset or is he talking to
No,
John
he's
Doe?
talking to John Doe. He's saying, "Don't
Okay,
kill me." He's begging for his life, essentially. Like,
that's what
this
I
can't be
thought.
happening.
But
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
you're right.
wondering because Somerset says something. I'm wondering if he's trying to answer Somerset.
Right.
But no.
No, no, no.
Okay. All right.
Nope. Um,
Yeah.
so that's the thing. That's where remember earlier I said, "Well, I'm gonna be able to prove that even John Doe had no idea how this was all gonna play out." How do I know that?
Okay.
Because that's where he first, he sees Mills, or when he's the photographer and sees Mills, he needs Mills. Who knew that John Doe needed Mills?
Yeah.
Basically, he became one of the last sins of envy, right? And envied Mills's regular life.
Right.
He didn't know when he started with gluttony that the person that he would envy for his sin would be one of the detectives on the case. There's no way that he knew that.
Right.
Am I wrong on that?
No, but I think you get into the weeds of like what's what's possible and what's
Look,
coinc
pal, I get paid to be suspicious when there's nothing to be suspicious about.
No, I know, because 'cause you're a lawyer. I get it.
Right.
I don't have a problem with the machinations of the case, to be honest, and, like, all that
No,
stuff.
no, I'm not saying it's bad. What I'm saying is John Doe is like, I'm going to start this thing and it could go any which way. Like, I'm going to start it and finish it, but I don't
Right.
know who all the players yet are involved. It's not completely planned out.
Right, yeah,
That's all.
I
Yep.
hear you.
All right.
Um,
I got some questions about a couple things.
Yeah,
Um, in the scene where they're looking at the apartment, where Mills breaks in and all of that. Well, oh, first of all, I love that he bribes the homeless lady. And yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, so that's fucking great.
yeah,
I wanted to see that.
yep,
Figure it out, Mills. You just fucked up the entire case. Somerset specifically told you don't fucking do this.
yep,
Your emotions got the better of you again.
yep,
You fucked everything up.
yep,
Fix it. And you know
yep.
what? He did fix it.
He did.
And he bribed that woman. You go eat now. Like he took care of it all. Smashed it down. Got the
Yeah.
fucking warrant. That made me feel
I
better
mean,
about
yeah.
everything.
I mean, that beat cop is like has to be the
Is
dumbest
like
cop ever,
this.
like, to not
No, the
really
B
stay
cop is
on.
like, this is the biggest crock of shit ever, but this is a dick, so I'm just gonna let it go, whatever,
Dick.
and it happened. Right. So now my question to you is, so Somerset looks around, is like, there's 2,000 notebooks. It would take whatever it would take to. You sure about that manpower, Somerset? I mean, really? Like,
Yeah,
how do you know how? If it's 2,000 books at 250 pages a book, I mean, they said it's gonna take like 6 months. Right? I don't know about that.
yeah.
I don't know about
That's a
that.
good point. The other thing that's a little weird there is
Yeah.
when the phone rings, how many goddamn pieces of clothing are on top of that phone? He's like, "For half an hour." Like, what?
Just ribbons. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
this.
Unbu- just unburying the phone.
Yeah, I mean, does
No, at
John
first
Doe never use
he has to like pull the
Yeah,
phone cord
yeah,
like some sort of lifeline, and
yeah,
then just
right.
like this. Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's a good one.
that got me. The other thing that is kinda cool in the scene where he Mills goes into the bathroom where he's developing all the pictures,
Yeah.
all the pictures are up there, and he sees a picture of himself.
Yeah.
Like, those are all pictures of his work, his the 7 deadly sins, right?
Right.
And Mills is up there. You don't really get that at the time
At the
that
time.
he's part of the whole plan. He's gonna
He's
be
part of the right.
one of them. Yeah.
And that's when I think when he took that photo, that's where he said, all right, this I actually kind of envy this guy. And that's gonna be what it is.
He also
Um
he really admires I mean, he says it like 1,000
he
times. He
says it a
really
million
admires
times. Like I admire you. Yeah.
he admires the
Definitely.
like, the just everyday guy.
Even though sleazy lawyer, um, when Shaft or one of the other guys is like, "Why Mills and Somerset?" He says he admires you.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Now
Saturday, it's raining. I got a question. I got another question for you.
yeah.
In the lust scene, and I'll let you. I don't have a lot to say about
I was
that.
just gonna go into that, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to say on it except this. Do you think that the guy who put on the fucking who's like in every movie who puts on the strap on blade or whatever?
Yeah.
Do you think he gets prosecuted?
No.
I don't think so either. I mean, how could you? I mean, if you were on a jury, would you convict that guy?
No.
Would you be like, "Hey, you should have fought off the attacker who has a gun to
No.
your head, like
You
you
have a
killed
gun to
somebody?"
your head. First of all, the whole contraption, I've seen the movie 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I can't goddamn make heads or tails of where the dick is or what the hell is going on, dude.
Well, you need to talk to Wild Bill. We gotta take a trip to Wild Bill's leather shop and break it down and try to figure out what's going on there. You
I
know?
mean, you want a little ooh la la. I just
Right.
I don't know. I see the leather thing with the fucking
Everybody comes in with a package under their arm.
some guys have 3
These
suitcases. I don't know what he said.
suitcases
Oh,
filled with stuff.
I got one on this guy.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up Wild Bills. So this guy, the actor looks familiar, doesn't he?
He looks very familiar.
Well, his name is Michael Massey, and
Okay.
I don't know what he was in, but the important footnote to his career, he was on the Crow, and he's the one that accidentally killed Brandon Lee. Do you remember
No shit.
Bruce Lee's son
Yeah.
when he was killed?
Yeah, Brandon Lee was killed by where there were supposed to be blanks in the gun.
It's him. Ooh la la guy.
He Ooh La La guy killed Brandon Lee?
Yes.
Man, that is
And guess
that's tough.
how
That's a
about
bad beat.
you wanna hear the worst part of the beat?
Yep.
He also died of stomach cancer at 54.
Mm,
That shit ate him up, dude.
I bet. Yeah.
I hate to bring down the
Wow.
pod, but I
Yeah.
thought that was an
Damn, dude.
interesting,
I mean, we'll definitely have to edit that out, but yeah. Oh.
interesting
No,
footnote.
no, that is actually really interesting.
Okay, the other 2 things from Wild Bills,
Yeah. Well,
leather.
hold on. Well, let's be clear.
Yeah.
Wild Bill is the leather shop. The
Yeah.
who built the contraption.
Yeah, yeah.
The sex area
Whole
that
different thing.
under the arm guy, a whole different thing.
I
Yeah.
love them together.
But just call it the Wild Bill. Yeah.
But with the one outstanding question I have about Wild Bills is that where the Gimp from Pulp Fiction shopped?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. And then the
Nope.
other
That's
thing
it.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
the other thing I wanted to say is back to the guy with the contraption.
Yeah.
He told me to fuck her, and
Right.
I fucked her. Like he
Yeah.
goes
Right.
he just
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
bananas.
Yes.
The whole
He's in
scene. He's like, "Oh, man, he
multiple.
made me do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
He told me to fuck her, and I fucked her."
Yeah. He
It's
had a gun.
disturbing.
He had a gun to my head.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What else you got for me, buddy?
Uh. So. The bar scene. Why are you still fighting Somerset? Is that really necessary? But they got to establish Mills's eternal optimism. He cannot, give in um
This is, I think, Brad
and so
Pitt's
forth
among his best acting in the movie.
during
It's
that
one of the
scene.
better scenes, I think. Uh,
You know what?
you don't like it?
I don't like it as much. Yeah, I just wasn't as taken by it. But what I did like was afterwards, Mills like, I'm going to go home. So Mills gets to go home to his wife. At least there's some comfort there in this horrible hell that they're living in. Somerset has his metronome, you know, and then he
Well, I
just
mean,
gets
that's
like really, he
yeah.
gets really pissed and just hurls it
Yeah.
across. Like that's it. I've had enough of all of this and all this, even this order or whatever. And he just picks up that and just hucks it.
I mean, I look at it a little differently because I think the
Okay.
bar scene is important because I think that's the turning point for the
Hmm.
real turning point for Somerset.
Yeah.
And he's like, and Mills called him out on being apathetic and a
Well, that's
quitter.
what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
by him throwing the metronome, does that mean like he's done not caring? Like
Yes.
he's back in the
He's
game?
pissed. He's pissed at himself. He's like,
Yeah.
fuck this shit.
I'm gonna
The
do
metronome gave
something.
him order. It gave him like
Right.
some kind of peace.
Some
It was
kind of
almost
balance.
like a like a like a soothing thing for him.
Right.
And I think he's like, fuck it, I'm not going to be comfortable anymore
Right.
or despair
Or that's what it is. I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone. That's exactly what that is. And so he threw the
because
fucking
Mill says, I don't think you're quitting because you believe these things you
believe in
say.
these things.
I think you're
I
saying
think
these things because
you
you're quitting.
because you right. I think you believe these things because you're quitting.
Yeah. I
Yeah. Or I think
thought
you
that
want
was
to believe these things.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But the point's made.
I do not
Uh,
agree with you. I do not.
mhm. Right. Yeah. I do not agree with you. I do not.
Yeah. I can't.
So Sunday, with the model, okay, there's no rain.
It's really bang, bang, bang between the last 2 or 3, right? Pride
Yeah.
and,
And well,
Lust and Pride are like
you got lust, and then you go right to pride.
yeah.
No rain. No rain.
You're right.
And you got them, and you got it's sunny. You got the model. They do the investigation. They're going back to the precinct. John Doe gets out of the car. Mills walks in, and this is critical. And the desk sergeant says to Mills, "Your wife called. I'm sick of being your secretary," or some shit like that.
Yep.
That sends a signal to the audience that Gwyneth Paltrow's alive. That's a perfect misdirection because subconsciously you're like, well, his wife just called.
Yep.
So the blood on John Doe is his blood and the blood of the
Yep.
model, and then an
Yep.
unidentified third person who now we all know who that is.
Yep.
And then it's just
Great point.
detective.
It starts out like, well, first of all,
detective. No, it just
another
starts out
shuffle,
very, very another
from the
shuffle,
car.
and then just a detective.
Eh,
Detective.
detective.
Very soft and subtle.
Detective.
When he arrests, or when Mills is orchestrating the cuffing of John Doe, just again, fucking piss and vinegar, man. Down, fucker, down, fucker, down, fucker, down, faster, faster.
Faster. Yeah.
Easy. All right, man. He's not
Tranquilo,
going
Holmes.
anywhere. Yeah, tranquilo, Holmes.
Right.
He's there, man. He's not
Right.
going anywhere. He's turned
Yeah.
himself in. It's
Yeah.
a done deal.
Right.
What all the excitement about? And then they get in there, obviously the great scene with the lawyer. I mean, that's just and Shaft
Yeah.
and Arlie Ermy and everybody. And
Yep.
Mills really stands up for everything. And but when they're interviewing Kevin Spacey, he's like, when do we get to questions? Like, we don't. And then Mills just goes off and is just like, there's no way this is the end. Like, he's just not going to stop. And that triggered, this is the ultimate point of convergence from when Somerset says, for the first time, you and I are in total agreement.
Yeah.
Think about where they were.
I
And
mean, you
now
are
at this point,
yeah, yeah. You are so
convergence,
fascinated with the convergence there.
convergence. I love it. I love
I mean,
because it's great.
it's
I
true.
think it's really well done. I think it's great writing
Yeah,
and great directing
yeah.
and acting too. Um, so you got the blood from the third party. You got so now we get into, you want to just kind of get into the drive out there to Lancaster
Yeah, let's get it. I mean,
where
there's
Spiel is.
2 things here. Uh, there's the end. We can just talk about the end,
Yeah.
and then the other situation, which is yet to be, named, like the blood from the third party.
Right.
Um, but
Well, I mean, I just they get out there, it's Lancaster, wherever it is. You got the sign. We saw that. They're going out to some sort of desert. John Doe's just bursting with excitement. I honestly, at the time where I saw the movie, I had no fucking clue what was going to happen at that point. I really did. I was really
no,
taken in by.
I
I had
didn't
no,
either.
no.
I mean, it was absolutely like you're just transfixed. Like,
Right. Like, what could he possibly have on them? But the most frightening part about it is, you know, when he's talking about, sit back, you fucking freak, you're a t-shirt at best, and he gets the best of Mills and all that bullshit and all that. And Chando's just like, this is really going to be something, like, this is going to be remembered forever. And you're like, yeah, whatever. I wasn't really convinced of that until he said one thing, when he's like, just remember that I'm here because I wanted to be here.
right,
And it's true.
right,
It's absolutely true.
right.
They were not going to get him if he
Yeah,
didn't turn himself in.
you're right. Um, the thing I really like about that is, I would really love to masturbate on my own feces,
Yep.
and I mean, not enough attention is given to this. Um, because if you think about it,
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey could knock out like 3 of them on one. Like, if somebody's masturbating their own feces, I mean,
Yep.
that's gluttony,
Yep.
that's sloth, and
Yeah.
that's lust just wrapped into one.
Yeah. Wrapped into one.
Just
Yeah.
knock 3 of them out right away, but I would just love
Wait, how is it gluttony? You're not eating
no, it's not
anything.
gluttonous. I
You're
mean,
eating your, you're
yeah,
just
I
sitting in
guess
your own shit like a pig. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Sitting in shit like a pig, you're gluttonous. Yeah.
yeah,
I'll take it.
and you're slovenly, you're slothy,
Right.
and it's lust.
Right.
You just can't wait to fucking jack off. You gotta, like, do it one
Right.
in your own fucking shit.
I agree. Would I like to masturbate in my own feces? You're really giving me something. You're really giving me something to contemplate here. Can I
Okay,
get back to you on that?
back to the end with this with the use of the sun versus the rain.
Right.
Like,
And you got John C. in the copter just handling business. Get above those wires. They got,
look,
just
look,
orchestrating the whole thing.
you're just don't make me get into the California situation right now,
Not
okay?
right now. We're not doing that. I'm just saying right now he's just, what did I say? He's just handling business at this point. Okay.
Let me
He's in
ask you this.
charge.
Right. Um, so if it's not the only time we see the sun, right? So the end, there's the sun, but
There's the sun. And the other time that you see it is earlier when it's raining, but it's sunny in the background when he gets the cliff notes. When
yeah,
he
but
gets
it's
the
still
cliff notes in
at
the
night.
car, it's raining, but you can see the sun in the background.
But this is really the only time at the
This is
end
actual
where
not raining, pure sunlight. Yeah.
which you think would signify
Hope or
goodness,
something good. Yeah.
hope,
Yeah.
whatever, and
Boy,
the
that shit got turned on its fucking head.
well, the ironic thing, it ends up being that for Somerset, right? I think this whole
Right.
thing has given him hope,
Right.
and so he's come full circle, but Brad Pitt came from the hopeful young guy to his life this is the darkest day of his life,
Right.
which
And
is
he didn't know it
ironic.
yet, but yeah.
The
Right.
sun's raining, and it's, the
It's the
first time
darkest day
no
of his
rain,
life. Yeah.
and this is the
Yeah.
darkest day in his life.
Yeah, that is not done by accident.
I
That
thought
was
that was
not done by accident.
interesting.
Yep,
Um,
not done by accident.
and we talked
I got a
about
que I got a
yeah,
question for you.
yeah.
Would it have mattered if Mills how did John Doe know that Somerset was gonna go look at the box? It could have very easily been Somerset holding the gun on John
Right.
Doe and Mills goes and gets. Do you think it would have made a difference if Mills finds the box, opens it up, freaks out,
I
runs
mean,
over and just shoots?
either way, he's
Either way,
gonna
he's going to kill John Doe. Either way,
yeah.
is that right? Okay,
It's better for the movie to have it unfold as it
that's
did.
right.
Right.
I mean,
But
you.
I knew as soon as you see the box, you
I don't
know,
think I knew. I think I was
he
so I was so into it
yeah.
that I'm like, wait, what? Like, I didn't understand what was going
I'm like,
on.
there's nothing else it could be. It's
It
gotta
could
be
be, right. No, right, yeah, I didn't go through the whole, like, it's an elimination of everything. Let's see here. Um, oh, yeah, and that's the thing. So Mill's wife proves that it wasn't gamed out from the beginning until John Doe takes a photo of Mills and then realizes that Mills is going to be Raph and he's going to be
right.
so that kind of proves that. Somerset with the box. All right,
Yeah.
we got a box. And then John C, we got a box.
Yeah.
Okay? And he takes the box, he lets the guy go, puts the box down. You could tell he really doesn't know what to do. He does not know what he should do. He does not know. I'm going to open it. Pulls out the switchblade. He cuts it open. There's blood. Everybody's okay, whatever. And then he opens it and he goes, ugh. And then the music starts and it's all
No,
disorienting.
no, what's interesting is the music stops. So, I really
The
love this
music
scene.
stops.
The music's
Okay.
going, he
Yeah.
opens the box and sees it, and for only for, like, 2 seconds,
Oh, the music stops. Okay.
it stops, and then it starts again. And then he
Mm,
looks, and he sees Mills and John Doe in the distance.
in the distance.
It's a great
Yeah,
right.
it actually really frightened me to my core in the sense that what do you do if you're Mills? Your partner's wife's head is in a fucking box,
You mean, what do you
and and
no,
your
what do you do
partner's
if you're Somerset?
sorry. What do you do if you're Somerset? Your partner's the biggest hothead ever that you've ever come across in the police force or whatever, and head, his wife's head's in this box. I mean, so then, do you want to get into California? Stay away from here.
Okay, so
Okay.
here's my deal.
Okay.
I've seen this movie a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Up until recently, Somerset says, "Stay away from here, California," or
Right.
"California, stay away from here now.
Away from here.
Away from here
Right.
now."
Right.
I'm like, "Okay, what the fuck? What is California? Like,
Whatever you
is that
California is that's that's John C. McGinley's call sign. He's
okay,
California.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that until now.
Yeah. I
This whole time, I'm like, "What is it? This is some kind of, like, police jargon. It's like code for, like, the chopper is California or something."
right.
Do you know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
that's just a call sign. Yeah. You got it. I
No,
mean,
no, it's his name, and I'll tell you why.
wait, what do you mean his name is California?
John C. McGinley's name
Is
in the movie
California.
is California.
Did you check the credits on that?
Not only did I check the credits, but I went back, and if you watch closely in the sloth scene,
Yeah.
when, when the corpse rises in
Yeah.
all its motion, Mills says to John C. McGinley, "California, get your men out of here."
Holy shit,
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
You just fucking blew my mind. I'm actually a little disappointed in myself that I didn't get that.
It's the California situation, not to be confused
I
with
just thought that was his call sign. But no, yeah,
no.
not yeah. No, the California
No one
situation can never be confused.
in the history of humankind has
Right.
ever been named California.
California, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Except this movie. So
But
I'm going
California
around, I'm just perplexed, like,
right. Yeah.
we see this all the time in our daily, like, banter. We, like, "Stay away from here, California."
California,
Like, I'm just
right.
like, "Oh, the code sign for the chopper or whatever." No,
Chopper. Right, right.
it's John C.
That's his
McGinley's
name.
name.
Name is California.
California.
So
You can look on the
stay away
credit, it's California.
California, stay away from here. Whatever you see, stay away.
Yeah. John Doe's got the upper hand.
John Doe has the upper hand.
John Doe's got the upper hand,
The
see?
upper hand. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
See? But John Doe has the upper hand. Can you imagine if you're California? What
Just
how?
fly right into the wires, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, just careen right into the wires and crash the chopper.
yep, yep,
Okay, so then he gets there and the whole thing happens and Spacey, he didn't know, all of that.
yeah,
Mills shoots him. He shot him. He shot him. California's just freaking out.
yep. Somebody
And
call
then
somebody. Yeah.
obviously one of the greatest lines in motion picture history.
I
Okay, there's a follow up to it that I didn't realize. I listened to it very carefully. I watched it like 4 times. Somebody calls somebody, and then there's a beat, and then there's call somebody.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, somebody calls somebody. You're the police. You're
yep,
the SWAT
yep,
team. If someone's going to call somebody, they're calling you.
yeah,
Okay,
yep.
who are you think you're going to call?
Yeah,
Like
you
a
do something.
supervisor?
You're in the chopper above,
Right,
presumably with SWAT.
right.
Yeah.
Somebody calls somebody, meaning
Look,
it's
this is
too. It was
John
too much. It's too much for California to comprehend
this
in
is
his
John C.
SWAT
This is
P
John
brain.
C. McGinley just ad-libbing, he's cooking.
Cooking.
I
You
wanna
don't think that
file
was in the script?
I wanna file a complaint to the
Yeah.
Motion Picture Academy of America that he was
Yeah.
not nominated for Best Supporting Actor for this movie. I mean,
Right.
nobody, and I mean nobody in the history of film has done more with less
With
screen time
less.
than
Right.
California.
You might be right,
Somebody call somebody.
buddy.
How many
Right.
times will we use that in life?
Dix, you better come and take a look at this. I mean,
He's just
God,
amazing.
he's amazing. You got um
Yeah.
you know what? That truly defines no no small parts, only small actors. You know?
Yeah, yeah. By
And
the
he
way,
made the
do you
most of
remember,
it.
what his other big supporting role was?
Yeah, Platoon.
Yeah, and he
Ah, Bob.
yeah.
Yeah.
"Hey,
You know,
hey, hey, boss, I got
hey,
a bad
Bob.
feeling on this
I got a bad
one."
feeling that's when. And then he just, hiding under the bodies at the end, just
Yeah,
peers out. Oh
he's
yeah,
the best. Yeah.
and he was great on Scrubs too.
And I thought
Last
that's
question.
California's joy.
Last 2 points.
Mhm.
Then we can wrap up. Uh, what do you think happens to Mills? Insane asylum? Does he go to trial? Does he get it? Do the police cover it up? Do they make something up like John Doe tried to attack him and he shot him in self-defense and they all corroborated? And
I
then
think he gets I
R. Lee
think
Ermey says, we'll take care of him. And then Mills says, whatever he needs, or Somerset says, whatever he needs. And what does that mean? Like, so what do you think happens
I
to
think he
Mills?
gets I don't know. I think you're right. I think they're gonna probably make something up
Mhm.
and or, um, he's gonna get suspended from the force, probably.
Well, he's not going to be a police officer anymore.
He'll probably have to go just get psychological counseling. He'll probably
Evaluate.
have
Yeah.
to go somewhere
Right.
like an institution for a certain amount of time to get his
Right.
head straight, and that would be it.
Right. That would be it.
Yeah.
And then greatest ending quote in a movie? Hemingway?
Well, I that was great, but then at the end, he's like, "Around.
Yeah. Where are you going to be? Around.
I'll be around."
Right.
It was
End of
great.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
The other thing about the end, we covered this earlier, right? Just in terms of, like, how John Doe and Somerset were kind of, um
The same. Yeah.
yeah,
Both had given up and both want to check out in their own way.
yeah, which I thought
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. I've only I guess to finish up, I only have a few candy ass baboon trivia questions.
Okay, well, let's explain the candy ass baboon segment. Um,
Please.
this is basically a unabashed, bald-faced, attempt to just be able to call each other a candy ass baboon, which is
That's the
one of those
genesis.
right.
Like, yeah, that's the genesis behind it is give me your thoughts on this, you gigantic candy ass baboon.
Yeah, not a regular baboon,
Baboon, right?
with a
But with
normal colored ass.
why don't you tell our listeners where what a candy ass baboon? I mean, why is it a candy ass baboon? What makes it a candy ass?
Well, certain baboons, they're actually called mandrills,
Okay.
when they're in heat or estrus,
Hmm.
or they're mating, their ass becomes inflamed in different colors,
Much like candy,
like candy,
like
like
candy
a
apple red,
candy
like
cane, cotton
like
candy.
a bunch of
Yeah.
candy canes back there, or some cotton candy,
Yes.
possibly.
Yeah.
Um, all right.
So
So I don't really have a lot because um,
yeah.
what is the brand of the tomato sauce in Gluttony's apartment?
Damn.
Nothing you've ever heard of. Something anybody's ever heard of. It's a complete Tarantino. Let's make up a brand. I'll tell you, it's Clayton spaghetti sauce.
Okay.
I mean,
Um,
who the hell? Why come up with that? I don't know. We talked about the link between Shawshank,
listen, you candy ass
yeah,
baboon. It's
right.
not like you just do yours and then I do mine.
Well,
Like
no, I'm going over what we already went over. Okay, do yours.
we're gonna do one for one.
Okay, fine.
Um, I mean, we've stepped over all of these.
Yeah,
I
because we
literally
went
have
over
no.
everything.
So I
Yeah,
have okay. I have one is what is the name of the lawyer victim?
Eli Gould.
Yeah, it's too easy.
Right.
What do you got?
Um, yeah. So what is the piece that's playing in the library? Who composed it and what is it called?
I don't know.
It's a one Johann Sebastian Bach
Bach.
Orchestra Suite 3.
I think scholars maintain it's botch,
Bach.
not Bach,
Um,
with a
all right,
soft J.
what do you got?
Um, God, this is all. I have how many visible gold teeth does the shaft sport?
We already talked indeterminate.
Yep, impossible to determine.
Impossible to tell.
Okay,
That's precious.
okay,
That's
I got one for
precious.
you. That this one's
Alright,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
Probably get this, but maybe not.
okay,
What piece of evidence gets Somerset reinvested into the case? I mean, there's different levels of him getting reinvestment.
yeah.
It's the first one that really is like, he's like, I'm gone. I'm finishing up like
Oh,
the paperwork.
when Arlie Ermey's like, they found this, at the crime scene or whatever, he's like, he ingested it,
Yeah,
and he
a little
turns around,
classic.
he's like, "Okay, I gotta." He can't help. That was my he can't help himself
Yeah, yeah.
thing.
Very
Can't
good.
help himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good.
Um, I got one left. Uh, one of the security guards, very distinct looking guy in the library. What what movie was he a bus driver in? I believe.
I was racking my brain because that hair is that's
Right. It's
one of a
just
it's one of a
one of
kind
a kind. Yeah.
and a bit creepy.
Yeah.
Uh, what he was a bus driver in a movie?
Yeah. I believe. I guess I should double check it.
No,
I'm
dude, but
pretty sure.
I know it's on the tip of my tongue. Give me a clue. Can you give me a clue?
Uh, Came out right around the same time period. 7, certain
Not
action movie. Nowhere nearly as dark or as serious as this.
not Speed.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
He's interesting looking guy.
He's creepy. Yep.
Okay, I got one for you.
Hmm.
What what is Somerset's favorite game?
Favorite game?
Yeah, what does
Uh,
he like to play?
Throwing his switchblade against a dartboard. Darts.
Darts. There you go.
Yeah, darts. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
All
I
right,
mean,
that's a
he
good
can
one.
throw anything.
Yeah, it could be a switchblade. It could be a metrodome. It could be
Did you
anything.
notice that he's a southpaw?
I did not.
Mhm.
I did not.
Should have been a pitcher. Um, what what type of beer does Mills drink?
Mm, shit. Is it an actual brand or is it made up?
Yeah, yeah,
It's an actual brand.
yeah.
I would just be guessing. So I don't know.
PBR.
Hmm.
You
Interesting.
can see it in the the dinner scene at home. Also, I
Okay.
don't know if you clocked, as an aside, how big the glass of wine is that he pours Somerset. Like,
Is it just huge?
yeah, because he's like, "I'm gonna have a beer. You want one?" He's like, "Wine, please." And
Right.
and and Mills just brings him, like, the tallest glass of wine, and
Yeah.
you see, like, Somerset looks at it and then just, like, back.
Just
Yeah.
just dives back into what he's
Yeah.
doing.
Okay, I got,
Yep.
another one. What color are the lamps in the library scene that Fincher has
Uh,
left on? You
it
got that one.
green. And what other movie is the same color lamps featured in the library scene? I just thought of
Uh,
this off the top of my head, by the way. And I think I'm right. I'd have to check it, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
I don't know.
Philadelphia.
Oh, I've seen that once, man. I gotta get back into that one.
You gotta get back. That's one of Denzel's best.
It's a good one. Okay.
Say what you want about Tom Hanks, but Denzel was really good in that.
Alright, and then let's wrap it up here because it kind
Okay.
of,
I
oh, you
I just one last general question. Do you think if you and I were assigned the case with what we just who we are now, would we be able to solve it?
um, absolutely not.
No way. We're just too dumb.
We're just a couple of candy ass baboons.
Baboons. Yeah.
And with that, I've got one more question for you,
Yes, sir.
which, echoes kind of the length of this podcast.
Mhm.
How long has Somerset lived there?
Oof. Well, I'm gonna say he's always lived there. I don't think he moved from anywhere else. Went to it seems like he's college educated, went to the academy. Figure he's retiring at 60?
You're thinking
I don't
about it too long.
30
What did
years?
it say?
But what does he say?
It's a
Too
question.
long.
How
Yeah,
long have
too
you lived?
long. Too long.
Too long.
Too
And
long.
with that,
Yep,
episode
we're
1, the rabbit
wrapped
hole
up.
in the
Really
can.
enjoyed it, really
7.
enjoyed it, my friend. On to the next one.
You're an absolute gemstone. Love you, brother.
Yep. All right, man.
Talk to you.
Wait.